righty. Woo-wee. What is going on, everybody? I am coming to you guys live because I want to invite you to something tonight, okay? But before I start talking a lot, and I need to get wet my whistle. I need to drink something. That's what I'm trying to say. I went live a little bit earlier before I was ready because no one really tunes into these things immediately. So if you guys watch this later, just know I'm inviting you guys all to hang out with me tonight to my masterclass. If you're watching this and you're like, man, this guy, what does he know about real estate? What does he know about master classes or classes? Well, I'm going to show you what we're going to be going over tonight. And if you're interested, I'd like for you to come. That's it. Okay. So if you're trying to get into wholesaling and you felt like maybe potentially it might be getting done wrong, or there might be some issues with wholesaling, or you might feel a little icky about wholesaling. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight on my masterclass. So let me drink. I got to wet the whistle. I said I was going to wet my whistle, but then I just started talking. Hold on. Let me. Okay. All right. What's up, TT? We got TT Ma right here saying hi. What's up? Thanks for watching, TT. Good to see you. All right, everybody, here's the gist of the thing. This is why I'm coming live, because tonight at 8 o'clock, I'm doing a free masterclass, okay? I'm doing a free class where I break down exactly how I got over not my fear of wholesaling, but I didn't like when I started doing it. When I first started doing it, I didn't feel good about the process. I felt like it was kind of shady, felt like it was kind of whack. I was telling people that I could buy their houses when I had no intention or no ability when I first started to buy their house. I don't know if anyone's ever felt like that. If you have, comment right now. Just be like, yeah, I kind of feel like it's a little off. I feel a little weird sometimes telling someone I can buy their house when they're going to pre-foreclosure and I need to perform. And sometimes I don't know if I can. I don't know if the price that they want, if I'm going to be able to make it work, but I'm down to try it. But sometimes trying it is not a good idea because, there's people's lives at stake, right? Their homes are on the line. And sometimes, just trying and seeing, hoping you can find a buyer, the traditional way of wholesaling is, it's not right, and it's caused a lot of issues. So I used to feel a little off about the process again. So if you guys are watching this and you see this and you're like, yeah, I feel a little interesting, a little off about it too. I'm going to explain to you tonight in my masterclass for free. All you got to do is register. It's free. Just come and I'll tell you how I do it transparently, how I tell wholesale sellers that I'm going to wholesale their house and they have no problem with it, how I explain the whole process. It's a sales process in the system. Now, I know you guys, everybody knows that if they go to a master class or a class, they're going to get pitched. Okay. They're like, okay, is this just a way for you to get and pitch me on whatever you're selling? I get it. So I'm just upfront going to say, after I teach you everything you need to know, I'm going to give you everything you need to know. I do talk about what I offer. Okay. So just so you know, if anyone comes tonight, that I'm not hiding anything. Okay. Because there's ways to give you information and then there's ways to help you implement the information. That's what I do. That's my job. Not only do I do real estate deals, but I help people do them and I help them through implementing the process I'm going to show you tonight. But you're able to take the information I'm going to give you tonight and just go check it out. Just try it. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys like a sneak peek preview into like what we're going to be going over tonight so you can determine if it's worth it. And you're going to be getting like bonuses I used to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for, but I came to a realization that charging people for information is not something I'm interested in. I'm more interested in helping them apply the information. And that's why I give it away for free now. Cause it's just like, yeah, go ahead, try it. I tried it when I first started too, and I didn't like the way wholesaling was set up. I'm going to show you guys how I do it, but let's do it real quick. Let me just show you guys a quick breakdown of what we're going to be going over tonight so you can decide, hey, I was thinking about going to McDonald's with my boys tonight at 8 p.m., but instead I'm going to stay and watch Nathan's masterclass, his free class. And hopefully it will help me progress further than a Big Mac. Okay. That's just an example. I'm not saying you guys are going to McDonald's. I'm saying if you got plans tonight, I would say, don't cancel them, just postpone them a little bit, or have your plans come and watch the masterclass because it'll probably help everybody out that's hanging out. So by the way, this is live. If you guys are watching this, if you want to give me a shout out or just say, hey, I think you're jabroni, or hey, I think you're cool. Yeah, that's cool. I know not everybody likes me. It's all good. But let me show you what we're going over tonight and quickly. All right. So tonight, what we're going to be going over in the free masterclass is how to wholesale the painless way. Why the painless way? It's just a play on words. My name is Payne. My last name is Payne. So I say painless because I think it's a painless way to do this business because it's transparent. Everybody knows what's going on. You're not going to tell a seller you can buy their house when you don't know if you can. That's not how I roll. That's not how I don't think everybody should roll that. I don't think people should roll that way. If someone is saying, like, I need to sell my house, I have this situation going on in my life, and you don't know if you can really buy it yourself, and you're not willing to take it down yourself, but you're willing to put it under contract and waste 14, 21 days, even 7 days of their time without letting them know what you're doing, I think there's a better way to do it, okay? So I'm going to be getting into that, everybody. If you're interested in learning how to be more transparent with wholesaling and how to actually like this business, now I'm not saying everybody does it is unethical, because maybe people do it the way I do it, but I wasn't taught this way. So I got to teach everybody that wants to come. All right. So here we go. How to wholesale the painless way. All right. That's transparently. Okay. Use the pre-flipping system and sales process. We're going to show you guys how we flip properties before we even have them under contract a lot of the time, because I don't need to lock up a seller to go see if I can sell their house or if I have a buyer. Not all the time. Majority of the time I lock up my properties, but a lot of the time I'm just like, oh, I can just run this by my buyers. I'm going to explain this. Okay. It's a whole process. You don't just call a seller and say, hey, you want to sell your house? Let me run this by my buyers. No, because that's a complete waste of time if you just do that. We're going to explain tonight how you do it. And a lot of the time, sellers, their prices are way unrealistic. Their expectations are way too high. They see Zillow, they see Realtor.com, whatever, and they're like, that's what my house is worth. I know it is, or I know my neighbor sold for $1 million, so my house is worth $1 million. They're hoping they can get as much as they can. Everybody does. You can't blame anybody. So if you're taking their price at face value and just saying, oh, okay, well, I can't get them down, that's not true. It's not about the price they want. Everybody wants retail. It's about understand their situation. So a lot of time when sellers say no to your range or what a cash offer would be, you can turn that into closed deals ethically, okay? Without having to just lock it up and then try to renegotiate it later. That doesn't work out a lot, right? You lose a lot of trust if you do that. So what we're going to be going over tonight is the complete framework on how to win every winnable deal. That's what we're going to be doing. So I'm not going to be going over the whole slide. This is the presentation for tonight, but I'm just going to explain to you guys briefly what we're going over tonight. And this is cool because this is not like you're just going to see me yapping tonight at 8 p.m. and just talking the whole time. I want you to interact. I want you to learn. I got a worksheet for you guys. It's not homework. It's a deal plan. As you fill it out, you're going to know what to do. You're going to fill it out. You're going to know exactly how to get this thing done. All right. So how to get the most out of tonight. Well, first, if you're watching this, you're not registered, get registered. We're going to be breaking it down tonight. All right. So get registered. There's going to be real training. There's no fluff. I'm not just here to get you ready for some pitch fest. Okay. I already told you at the very end of the masterclass, I do invite you guys and I do tell you guys what I do to help you implement the system. But if you don't want it, no worries. You get a free bonuses anyway. You get everything you need to go try it yourself. Question is, do you want to try it yourself? You got to figure that out. All right. So you're all going to take notes. You're going to use your worksheet that I give you. Not only are you going to do that, you're going to stay to the end for the free bonuses. Okay. I'm giving away a bunch of stuff I used to charge thousands of dollars for, and you're going to learn how to work with me personally if you want to. Okay. I'm upfront about it. If you want to work with me, great. If not, no sweat. All right. Here we go. Now there's a couple slides that we go over true and false questions, but we're not going to be, we're going to save that for tonight. What we're going to be going over is how wholesaling is broken and how we can fix it. And like I told you, I'm going to be giving away my playbooks. All right. So I got to explain these playbooks so you guys can get excited because these are cool. These are cool. I'm hooking you guys up. So what I'm giving you guys are 3 bonuses. All right. They are playbooks on how to get deals direct to seller, outbound, what list to pull, exactly what to do to get a deal outbound, direct to agent. Okay, how to get deals off of the MLS. You can get deals off the MLS using the pre-flipping method I'm going to show you tonight. Ethically, you can do it without lying. And direct to wholesaler. How you can get deals with wholesalers and work together to close deals. That's honestly the fastest way, but it's a whole process, and it's not as easy as it seems. Like, wholesalers aren't just going to give their deals to just someone random to try and find a buyer. Okay, but there's a process behind it and how to develop trust. Okay. So you guys are going to be getting that tonight. So I'm going to be hooking you guys up with the playbooks for showing up. And I'm going to be hooking you guys up with this this pre-flipping crash course worksheet. This is not homework. Like I said, guys, this is your first deal plan. As you go through the class tonight, you can fill this out, and it's going to give you understanding on how to find buyers, where to find leads. It's going to tell you guys how to qualify sellers and how to work with them so you can build trust. It's a class, okay? It's like a college class. I went to college. This is better than college. This is better than a college class because you'll be snoozing during a college class. Tonight, you're not going to be snoozing. I'm going to be alive and excited at 8 p.m., all right? That's when I get my second wind is 8 p.m. So that's what's happening tonight. So if you register for the Painless Flipping Masterclass right here by just going to painlessflipping.com/painless masterclass, or just comment, I'll send you the link. You guys are going to get enrolled into an automation that's going to give you the bonuses once you show up. Not only is it going to give you the bonuses when you show up, but it's going to give you a link to this worksheet that you can go print off. I'd recommend printing this off before the class so you can be ready to fill it out, because when you fill something out with paper, when you put pen to paper, something happens in your mind where you internalize things and you learn more. So that's why I created that, because I know when you write things down, you remember them more. I'm going to hook you guys up with that. And like I said, this isn't homework, it's a deal plan. And we're going to talk about why wholesaling feels broken. Okay, because I feel like wholesaling feels broken. I felt like that when I first started. I did not like the way it made me feel. Felt like it was kind of shady when telling someone that you can buy their house when you have no idea if you can, especially when you go nationwide and you're just taking your shots in the dark. You're like, yeah, I can pay this. You try it. You got to cancel the contract. You didn't get it low enough. You got it too high. It's a freaking mess. All right. And I'm not an idiot, but I struggled. Well, I'm not saying I'm super smart either, but I struggled to know exactly what to offer. I was tired of that. I'm tired of just telling sellers I can buy their house when I have no idea. Okay. I've come to a realization that I do not know what buyers will pay 99% of the time. Why? Because every buyer's different. We have a house right now in Atlanta that we have a novation on. It's we put it on the MLS, and offers have come in between. We have an offer at 100,000, and we just signed it to someone for 267,000. That's $167,000 difference. Okay. I don't have the skill set to know. I don't think anyone has a skill set or has a crystal ball where they can see the future, where they can say, oh, okay, there's someone that's willing to pay $167,000 more than the lowest person. Okay. So I've come to the realization that I don't know. I know when I got a smoking deal, but I don't always know what people are willing to pay because buyers are different. Maybe the grandma lives in the neighborhood. The buyer wants to buy that house. Who knows what's going on? But I've come to, again, the realization that I don't know. And I'm going to show you guys how you can know without lying to the seller. Okay. And I'm not calling you liars. This is just what's been taught. I was taught to lock up a deal, then try and find a buyer. And if it doesn't work out, cancel. Okay. Days of that are over. You don't need to do that anymore. I'm going to show you the right way to do it. Why wholesaling feels broken. All right. We're going to break it down tonight. Last slide I'll probably show you guys before I wrap it up. Let's see. All right. So I break down what wholesaling is for people that don't know what wholesaling is, but I break down the main issue with wholesaling right here. Most people are guessing. Okay. You're guessing what offer to make. Even if you run comps and you feel like you've mastered your area, it's hard to master the whole United States. It's hard to master every neighborhood in every major metro in every city. It's hard. It's hard to know what to offer. Okay. So that's the issue with wholesaling, is they make offers blind. A lot of time you guys never go see the house. If you're doing virtual, which is fine, but those are some of the major issues. Okay. Guessing, hoping that the numbers stick, and 90%. And that's why 90% of wholesalers never are consistent, because they're just guessing. They're hoping it works out. All right. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, please, I'm running this live. Throw them in the chat. If you're interested in joining, the link is at the very bottom. It's scrolling. I'm pumped because this is something that I felt passionate about ever since I started wholesaling. I just felt whack when I was doing it when I first started. I was meeting with sellers and being like, I think we can offer this. And then they accepted, and I'd be nervous. I'd be like, oh gosh, I don't even know if we can do that. Like, what kind of business model is that where you're making offers on people's houses and you don't even know if you can get it done? Like, yes, with time you can get more skilled and better, but let's set up a system. Let me show you guys a system that fixes traditional wholesaling and that it's broken. It's going to get you stop guessing. It's going to get you having trust with sellers where they like you, and you're going to be able to tell them straight up what you're doing. Hey, I'm going to tell you what to say, but anyway, tonight. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. This is it. We're shooting this. This is my studio. I just built it, set it up. I just moved to Canada a year ago, and I bought a farm. And on this farm, it's farmy, right? So I'm not like, I ain't got a giant farm, but on the farm there was a mechanic shop, and I turned this mechanic shop into my what was I gonna say? I turned it into my studio. If you guys want to see it, this is where we're gonna be filming tonight. It's pretty cool. I'm getting it remodeled, so it's not completely done, but let me show you guys. All right. So if any of you guys want to know what my spot looks like, this is where we're gonna be filming tonight. Pretty cool. It used to be a mechanic shop. Now it's like my gym / studio and office. I work by the window. I'll show you guys what it looks like outside here. This is it for the people that are on this cam. All right. The reason why I'm letting you guys know about this is because not a lot of people know that we're doing a class tonight. I tried to tell the world, but that doesn't mean everybody knows. All right, hold on. Let me show you guys. That's my dog, Rue. So. It's my dog. All right, guys, I gotta show you what the world looks like right now. Check this out. This is Canada. Woo! It's cold out here. That's it. It's snowy. Isn't that crazy, guys? Let me see if I can turn this around. Here we are tonight. Well, this is my house. Remodeled. That used to be a furnace that busted and got rid of it. Over there, I got Starlink internet, which is dope. I live out in the country, and the internet's pretty bad. But anyway, all right, Ruth, let's go back in. Anyway, I want to show you guys what Canada looks like and what the studio looks like. What we're going to be getting after tonight. It's not completely set up, like I said, but it's almost there. And that's the beautiful thing about wholesaling real estate is you can do it. You can do it from anywhere. You can do it from Canada. You can do it from Israel. You can do it from any country in the world. That's the best part. Looking good. Thanks, TT. I appreciate it. TT's watching live. All right, guys, we'll see you tonight. We're going to fix wholesaling. We're going to tell sellers that we're wholesaling their houses, and it's going to be easier. You guys are going to actually like doing this business. You're not going to feel shady about it. And if you don't feel shady about what you're doing, congrats. Keep doing what you're doing. If you feel good about it, for me, didn't feel good. So we're going to show you guys the right way to do it. Peace out, everybody. See you tonight.